Welcome to the Daily App Show iPhone edition. Today we're looking at Polyglot Med Spanish. This app is basically intended for medical students or anyone in the medical field who is currently going through training with Spanish language relating to the medical field. And this app is really meant to be a supplement for someone who needs to know Spanish phrases and things like that in order to carry on conversations relating to medical things. Now, when you come in here, you're going to see a bunch of different references here. The first thing that's going to open is this phrase books, and these are going to be just different categories of phrases that you can look up and see the English and Spanish translation, and you can also see vice versa from Spanish to English. Now, as you see here, we have some options here of different categories and such, so I could look up whatever may be important to me. If I needed pharmacy, let's go back. If I needed pharmacy, I can select that here, and we have different items and phrases and things like that that we can look up. So if I needed antitoxic, as you see here, we have the English to Spanish translation, and I could see those here within this little app. Now, you have an option when you go ahead and you come through here. You could choose to add to your favorites if you like, hitting this little star, and it will show up over in this tab. We'll go ahead and add to favorites on phrase, and we have that there. So we can go ahead and go through here, as you can see, and there are multiple different categories, as I mentioned, which you can go into. We have family members and such, and you can look up individual phrases and words and things like that. Now, if you need a little more help than just a single word and you're trying to have a conversation, you can come here into the Conversations tab. And as you see here, we have different options here. If I was working in the emergency room and we had an adult checking in, we could come here and go with that. And so as you see here, they have all of these different questions, which are common questions that would be going on within an adult check-in and emergency room. So I can simply select one of these, and we have the English version, which says, please write your full name, including both surnames. And then we have the Spanish interpretation, which I could go ahead and use in order to talk to someone who speaks Spanish. So you could do that there. Now, again, if you wanted to, you could add to your favorites here, which we can simply do, and we'll just hit Add Conversation, and we can go ahead and do that if it's something that I'm going to go back to multiple times. But as you see here, they have multiple different questions, so any of these are options, which are questions that might be asked in a emergency adult check-in. We have some other options here, as you can see. We have physical assessment, pain assessment, things like that. There's a lot of different options here for things that you may just need some refreshing with. This is not meant to be a app that completely teaches you Spanish, but rather, as I mentioned before, a supplement to help current medical students already undergoing training, to kind of just help them as a reference for certain phrases in conversations and such. Now, not only is there phrasebook and conversations, but there's this little phrase tabs here. This is going to be in numerical and alphabetical order. It's going to have everything that this app offers. As you see, it's a little laggy as it's loading everything still, but I can scroll through here and view all of these things. As you see a little scroll tab, I'm in A, and I'm just barely even at the surface, barely moving. But I can come back up here to the very top of this, these options here once we get past all this. And I can actually search for anything that I like to. So if I wanted to search for emergency, I could search that here, and that's going to bring up anything to relate to that. Now I can also say I needed to search for something specific. I don't know what's going to come up, but we could search up first aid. See, as you see here, I can find up things like that. So this is basically the entire list of phrases, not separated by category, but just simply a long list that I can go ahead and search through and find anything that I need to. And again, if I found something that I needed to add and I wanted to do that, I could simply come in here and hit the little favorites tab, hit add phrase and such. So now that we've added all these things into favorites, I can come here into favorites, and we have 3 different categories. We have the phrase books, which is going to have anything I've added within phrase books. We also have conversations. As you see here, we have the conversation I added, and phrases. I actually added the antitoxic, which I found in phrase books. I could choose to also add it into phrases as well. Now, if you ever wanted to edit your favorites, you simply come over here and hit edit. You could select one of these and choose to delete it if you like, and you can do that as well. Now, if you ever are interested about the app and its developers and such, you can view that here. As you see, we have the Duke program that is behind this app, which you can view. and you have any information, if you needed to contact them and such, you could kind of go through here, look at the developer and things like that. But overall, it's just a great application that allows you to kind of have a supplement or reference for Spanish phrases and conversations and things like that that you may need to reference to in the medical field. But definitely check it out. It's called Polyglot Med Spanish. It's available in the App Store. Pick it up today.